Welcome to the second episode of the Digital Marketing Podcast, Digital Identity Unlocked, where we dive into creating a compelling digital persona for education brands, because your online presence is your new campus.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Digital Identity for Educational Brands. I'm your host, Devlin Stone. Today, I'm thrilled to have Raisa Vale join us, a true expert in the world of SEO and digital marketing. Raisa, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Devlin. It's fantastic to be here. I'm really looking forward to diving into today's discussion.
Last time, we touched on the idea of brand voice and how every school or educational platform should have one. But today, let's really get into the nitty-gritty of what it means to build a solid digital identity. And I can't think of a better person to explore this with than you, Raisa.
Thank you, Devlin. Building a digital identity is crucial for educational brands, especially now when the digital landscape is so crowded. There's a real art and science to navigating these waters effectively.
Absolutely. And to start, I'd love to hear your thoughts on why having a strong digital presence is even more vital today than, say, 5 or 10 years ago.
That's a great question. The world has shifted significantly towards digital. With the pandemic accelerating this move, every educational institution has had to rethink how they engage with their community, students, parents, and even faculty. Without a strong digital presence, there's a risk of being overshadowed by competitors who communicate their value more effectively.
That's very true. It's about being more than just present online. It's about making your mark. From my experience in luxury branding, I always stress the power of storytelling. The same principles apply in education, wouldn't you say?
Without a doubt. Storytelling is an intrinsic part of branding. It's what humanizes a brand and makes it relatable. For educational brands, this could mean sharing real-life success stories of students or testimonials from parents. It's about creating emotional connections that go beyond the transactional.
Exactly. And I think a compelling story needs a consistent narrative thread to be truly effective. Could you elaborate on how consistency plays into building a digital identity?
Certainly. Consistency is about ensuring that your audience experiences your brand in the same way across all platforms. Whether it's your website, social media channels, or newsletters, your tone, messaging, and even visual elements should be in harmony. This gives the audience a clear understanding of who you are and what you stand for.
I'd love for us to delve into a specific aspect of branding, let's say, visual identity. How important is it for educational brands?
Visual identity is fundamental. It's often the first thing people notice. Educators need to ensure that elements like their logo, color palette, and typography not only look appealing, but also speak the values and mission of the institution. Think about how instantly recognizable brand colors can be, like Harvard's crimson or Stanford's cardinal red.
I love that example. Now, moving on to another key aspect, engagement. In the digital space, how does engagement play a role in enhancing an educational brand?
Engagement is the heartbeat of a digital identity. It's not just about putting information out there, but also about creating two-way conversations. This could mean interactive social media posts, open forums for discussing relevant topics, or virtual events. Engaging effectively makes stakeholders feel involved and valued, which strengthens loyalty.
Raisa, let's talk a bit about challenges. What would you say are some common obstacles institutions face when trying to build a digital identity?
There are several hurdles, but a big one is the misconception that digital presence is just about having social media accounts. It's actually about developing a cohesive strategy. Another challenge is adapting to the fast pace of digital trends without losing sight of the core brand message. Budget constraints can also limit the ability to implement high-quality digital strategies.
And with budgets in mind, are there cost-effective strategies you'd recommend for educators to strengthen their digital presence?
Of course. Storytelling, as we've mentioned, is low cost and highly effective. Besides, leveraging platforms like Zoom for webinars or YouTube for educational content can also be economical. Moreover, creating resourceful and relevant content will enhance your search engine visibility without the need for expensive ads.
We always encourage our listeners to take actionable steps. Could you suggest a simple action plan for someone just getting started with their school's digital identity?
Absolutely. First, audit your current digital presence. See what's working and what's not. Second, clearly define your brand values and mission. Third, develop your stories, real stories about your students, teachers, and achievement. Finally, choose your platforms wisely and commit to a regular content schedule.
That's brilliant advice, Raisa. Before we wrap up, any final thoughts or words of inspiration for our listeners?
I'd say, don't be afraid to try new things. The digital world offers infinite possibilities, so experiment, learn, and adapt. Authenticity and consistency are key, and if you keep your brand's unique value at the forefront, you'll see it resonate powerfully with your audience.
That's a fantastic way to end this episode. Thank you so much, Raisa, for sharing your incredible insights with us. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in. Remember to reflect on the strategies Raisa shared and start building or refining your digital identity. Until next time.
Thanks for tuning in to Building a Digital Identity for Educational Brands. If you found value in our conversation, please like, comment, subscribe, and share to help us reach more educational innovators. See you.